Hello there, this is Kathy Roswell Jonas, licensed clinical social worker from Epic Healing Eugene and Radiant Heart Consulting. And I wanted to talk about things that we can do for offering protection to ourselves when we are processing a lot of deep experiences related to trauma. And so you'll notice I'm sporting this fancy beaded hat. So this is a Shipibo designed hat, potentially for ceremonies, and it's to offer protection. So one of these shamans at this Shipibo market that they were having after our 5th ayahuasca ceremony, as with the retreat is closing up here, is that she put it on my head, and it was kind of sweet. So I took it as a sign to buy the hat, and also I like yellow, kind of my secret favorite color. So, but it's designed for protection. Now, the other thing that is very common in this lineage is to work with sacred tobacco, which is different than the tobacco that most are familiar with. This is mapacho and is wild grown. And anyway, there's different pipes that you can smoke from. So here's a traditional Shipibo pipe, and it has a very cool design. It actually works quite well. And because we are working here at Shipibo Rao, where I'm at this ayahuasca master plant retreat center, is we're assigned these master plants, which is considered to be more important than the ayahuasca. And you develop a relationship with this plant. So in my case, the shaman decided I should take a tree bark, which is called Renaquilla. And so this is a pipe that is made from that tree bark. It's actually really incredible tree. It looks like it's multiple trees, but it's actually one tree, one mother tree. So they can cut off a big branch and it's going to grow back, and so ecologically they're not concerned about that. The other thing, I should say something about this mapacho and smoking. So I'm not a smoker, but the mapacho is different. You don't inhale it. You just kind of puff on it. And the traditional shamans and people that work with this kind of medicine, they'll be blowing kind of smoke in different directions as offering protection. And so I've been giving that a try. Now, the other thing that's very important and very easy to find is to get some Florida water. And you notice, if you look for this product, there's going to be lots of different colors of the product. You want to get the one that is like yellow, kind of clear. That seems to be the most traditional. It's been at the last 3 ayahuasca retreat centers that I've been to. For this one, they have you bring your own, so that's what I brought. But the other shamans, a lot of them were using that too. So this is just different ways of purifying your energy field, because that's what the shamans really work on, is they work on cleansing. There's lots of floral baths here that is like herbs and flowers mixed together, and you take your turn and you sit on this little bench, and they have this big bucket, like a tub, flowing, full of just like yellow flowers on the top of it. It's really beautiful, and a lot of herbs. And then the shaman, this would be a maestro, a male shaman, or a maestra, a female shaman, will take these small buckets and just pour it over your head, like repeatedly. And you get like little petals all over, and they'll, pull open your suit, put lots of herbs and stuff, in and just to clean and to protect. So the other thing that they did was steam baths, and kind of the same principle. Put a big bucket of hot, steamy herbs like underneath your like this bench, and you kind of like make sure you don't hit it with your legs and squattle. I kind of like squat on it on this little bench, and then they put over this big plastic blue tarp thing that's has a frame and stuff, and then you're sitting in there for like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. Sometimes you think that they forgot about you. Maybe it's only 10 minutes, but it's really hot in there. And they give you a big stick, and you're supposed to stir it, and that stirring motion will create more heat from it. So that's just some of the things. And of course, one of the most important things, besides working with your master plant that you're drinking and the ayahuasca ceremonies, is you are on a very strict diet. So you get one meal a day. Otherwise, also sometimes it's not one meal a day because you're fasting, and it's dry fasting. So that means no water. And this makes your system very clean and receptive to whatever you're putting into it. And so they have a cook that prepares very bland food. So you use lots of vegetables and beans, lentils, and potato, and occasional fish, eggs, that kind of thing. But it's very much no salt, no seasoning, just very plain food. And so this kind of cleans your system to be ready for a deeper inner dive. Then when you get to the ceremonies, then the shamans, and there's sometimes up to 5 shamans, they're singing their akiros, and then they sometimes take turns, and they'll go around and they'll sing at your mat, where you're at, or sometimes you'll be called up to work with a certain shaman, and you'll sit there, and they will like see deeply inside of you to see where you're carrying energetic trauma, and that can be from even like a beating, or a bad spanking, or something like that when you're young. Is that, according to the shamans, is that they can see these things as energetic traces that have left an imprint on your energetic field. So if you can imagine, a person that has a lot of trauma, there's going to be a lot of cleansing and gentle work to clean the energetic field. They're also working on the mental field, the physical body, and kind of the spiritual field that they're working with. So all this together is very potent medicine. So I do recommend for people that are interested in really going deep within themselves. This is not easy. This is not an easy retreat. This would be more of an advanced level retreat. They do require that you have 2 ayahuasca ceremonies prior, at least, before being able to come here. And for that, if you're interested, I really would recommend the Temple of the Way of Light. And that's also in Peru. If you can only go as far as Costa Rica, Salterra would be my other recommendation. And then say that you're not even ready to do that. There is psilocybin. That is a great way to prepare. And I've done a lot of work with psilocybin for my own trauma healing. And I do really believe that it did help me prepare for this, even though there's a lot of unexpected adventures going deeper than I thought was possible. But it's all an integration, and this is something that is very much a part of our program at Epic Healing Eugene and Radiant Heart Consulting, is giving people support about integration, which can take a really long time. Part of this integration process is to stay on the Dieta. And so it'll be 13 days of following a very strict diet. And then it'll be another 13 days beyond that of really controlling what's happening within my energetic field. So it's like no sex. You want to just really conserve all this energy for your own healing and let things come together. So if this interests you at all, I'm at Shipibo Rao, and I suggest that you look it up if you're interested to learn more about it. And of course, there's so many other ways to start getting prepared, mainly in the form of starting to be able to release things and let things go, have some rituals about that if needed, and there's a lot of helpful tips that we can offer over at Epic Healing Eugene if you decide to work with psilocybin. And also there's a lot of psychedelically informed therapists that can start helping you prepare for something like this as well. Okay, take good care. Wishing you all the best.